Lord bless you. My name is Pastor Harris Kaglides, and you're watching here in the program, Getting to Know Jesus. And someone asked the question, is it true that some parts of the Bible were removed a long time ago? And the answer is no, that is not possible due to a number of thousands of manuscripts, fragments, which were copied early in church history. And the writings of the early church and even pious Jews of the past around the world. Think about it. If you remove something from one manuscript, you also have to remove it from your neighbors. But your neighbors are not the only one with the manuscripts. I would have to travel around the Roman Empire trying to remove the same thing in every one of those manuscripts, even thousands of manuscripts who handwritten their manuscripts from other manuscripts. Do you think that they will let me? No, they will not let me. How would I know who possessed those manuscripts? Do you not think that some would hide those manuscripts so they won't be perverted? I would have to know where every one of these persons lived who possessed those manuscripts. What if they moved to the catacombs where it's almost it's impossible actually to find people in the catacombs? There's also secret tunnels and ways, and it's very dangerous to even go there. Or if they moved into a foreign country outside of the power of Rome, how would I get permission from those countries who was not under Rome's power? Because there was the Vikings that Rome couldn't beat. There were other countries as well that Rome never got to conquer. I will have to erase it from their writings as well. Um, and the early church who quoted those passages, and rabbis who would quote it to debate Christians and so forth. This would be an impossible task. At that times, Christians would die for their faith, even now, and much more then. In the early Christianity, Christians were dying by the bunch for their faith. Do you think they would die for what they believe and easily give up what they hold to be true, especially if they were willing to die for it? Imagine, I'm going to die for my faith, and I'm not going to die for the manuscript that speaks about my faith. That's kind of odd, eh? So let's continue reading what I wrote in the Quora website. I don't think so. There may be some manuscripts who a person did pervert. Macron was one. Um, Eventually missing, and there are some manuscripts that are missing a line due to copyist errors. Sometimes they will miss a line, sometimes they will miss a word, even the whole a couple lines, because as you're copying, sometimes your eyes they're not that good, and you miss a line or two. But not all manuscripts are gonna miss a line or two, you know. Copyist errors happen. A little mark, a word, a letter, it happens. It happens to me sometimes. When I'm reading the Bible, sometimes I miss a line and I have to go back reading it again so I could see what. And sometimes I just hear it, so it'll be easier for me. Let's continue. Or even paraphrases, so it could sound easier. We have lots of paraphrases. Also, there was paraphrases Bibles back then. Um, the Jews had a paraphrase Bible in the 70s. Forgot the name of it. Um, but they had a paraphrase Bible. There are some Bibles that the people corrected certain things, like this copy messed up where it was written at. So another one would actually do the correction and quote the right passage of the Old Testament that the New Testament was quoting. But that wasn't done in every manuscript. We have a wide range of manuscripts, and we could tell by other manuscripts what others perverted or corrected if they did. Such a thing would be known if all the manuscripts were taken to remove parts of it. Would it would be spoken by those who went against it, and the task would be an impossible task to perform. Even if one was a king, you would have to be omniscient, having all knowledge, or omnipotent, having all power to do that, and only God could do that, and not a human being. So it's not possible. Lord bless you, and I'll see you next program of Getting to Know Jesus. Bye.